शब्द को बदलते हुए यौन बाल यौन शोषण और आपत्तिजनक का प्रावधान किया गया है। उनका यह कहना है कि बाल पोर्नोग्राफी का शब्द यूज करने पर इसकी महत्वहीन हो जाता है। इसके लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने और अधिक कानूनी प्रावधान भी लागू कर दिए गए।
The POSCO Act, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences. This act was introduced in 22 May 2012, and this act provide punishment to all the victims for abusing the children which are under the age of 18 years, and the act provide the protection to the children and provide help in capturing the offenders generally in fast ways, and also the Supreme Court try these offences and under the children under 18 years old also get the protections for all the abusement. This POSCO Act includes parentative offensement and parentative non-touch abuse, pornography, and other all the abuse which are faced by the children. That's it.
बाल संरक्षण पर भारत के रुख को पहले से अधिक स्पष्ट करने के लिए भारत सरकार ने 2012 में यौन अपराधों से बच्चों का संरक्षण पोक्सो अधिनियम लागू किया। यह एक विशेष कानून है जो 18 वर्ष से कम आयु के सभी लोगों को बच्चा मानता है और किसी भी ऐसे व्यक्ति के लिए कड़ी सजा का प्रावधान करता है जो किसी बच्चे के खिलाफ यौन दुर्व्यवहार या यौन हमला करता है। पोक्सो अधिनियम के अनुसार किसी भी तरह का यौन शोषण या यौन उत्पीड़न जिसमें बच्चे से जुड़ी अश्लील सामग्री का उपयोग या भंडारण से लेकर गैर शारीरिक यौन गतिविधियां, गंभीर यौन उत्पीड़न और गंभीर यौन उत्पीड़न शामिल है, ये दंडनीय अपराध है। इसकी सजा 3 साल की कैद से लेकर हो सकती है। कानून का एक उल्लेखनीय प्रावधान ये है कि ये मामले की रिपोर्ट न करने को दंडनीय मानता है। इसके लिए ये 6 महीने की कैद या जुर्माना या दोनों की सजा हो सकती है। पोक्सो
Ministry of Women and Child Development has informed the Lok Sabha that the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POCSO Act 2012) is one of the crucial legislation enacted by the government to protect children from sexual abuse. What is the POCSO Act? POCSO Act came into effect on 14 November 2012, which was enacted in the consequences to India's ratification of the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child in 1992. The aim of this special law is to address offences of sexual exploitation and sexual abuse of children, which were either not specifically defined or inadequately penalized. This act defines a child as any person below the age of 18 years. The act provides punishment as per the gravity of offence. The act was further reviewed and amended in 2019 to introduce more stringent punishment, including the death penalty for the committing sexual crimes for children, with a view to deter the predators and prevent such crimes against children. The Government of India has also notified the POCSO Rules 2020. The Act recognizes that both the girls and boys can be victims of sexual abuse and that such abuse is a crime regardless of the gender of the victim. There is sufficient general awareness how to report cases of sexual exploitation of children, not only by individuals but also by institutions, as non-reporting has been made a specific offence under the POCSO Act. This has made it comparatively difficult to hide offences against children. Interim compensation and special relief. Rule 9 of the POCSO rules allows the special court to order interim compensation for the child's needs related to relief or rehabilitation after the FIR registration. This compensation is adjusted against the final compensation if any. The POCSO rules empower the CWC to provide a support person to assist the child throughout the investigation and trial processes. The government should provide adequate resources such as funding and personnel to investigating agencies handling POCSO cases. This will help to ensure that investigations are conducted in a timely and efficient manner. The investing officer should be provided with proper training on the handling of POCSO rule. Setting up special court, the POCSO cases can help to ensure that cases are handled promptly and efficiently. Thank you.
The POCSO Act is a comprehensive law that provides children with a robust legal framework. It defines a child as any person below the age of 18 and above. It outlines various forms of sexual offenses, ranging from molestation to sexual assault and sexual harassment. This act makes it compulsory for cases of child abuse to be reported, thus emphasizing the responsibility of adults to speak out when they witness or suspect such crimes. The failure to report such an offense can also lead to punishment. Another crucial element of this act is that it ensures the protection of the child's identity during the trial. The intent is to create a safe and sensitive environment for the child away from the intimidating court system. It also mandates the use of child friendly procedures such as recording statements in the child's home or a place of their choice to prevent the re victimization. The Act has been further strengthened over time with the amendments included in 2019. These amendments include stricter punishments for offenses such as child pornography and more severe penalty, including the death penalty for aggravated sexual assault, especially in cases involving children under 12 years of age. These changes were brought in to address the increasing cases of sexual violence against minors and to serve as a deterrent against such heinous crimes. However, it is crucial to remember that laws alone are not enough. We must create awareness about the POCSO Act and encourage a culture of open and communication with children. Parents, teachers, and caregivers should also take note about these sexual crimes against the minors, where children can freely talk about their fears and experiences. In conclusion, the POCSO Act is a vital tool in our fight against child sexual abuse. It empowers children, safeguards their rights, and punishes the guilty. But as citizens, it is our collective responsibility to support this law by being vigilant, empathetic, and protective in towards our children. Every child deserves to grow up in a safe, secure, and nurturing environment. Thank you.
As we know that the sexual exploitation rape cases continuously increasing in India, we need to apply brake on this pressure over respect over the whole world. So presently the Ministry of Women and Child Development has informed the Lok Sabha that the Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act 2012 is is one of the crucial legislation act by the government to protect children from sexual abuse. So POCSO Act was introduced means protection of child from sexual exploitation on 24th November 2012, which was enacted in consequence to India ratification of the UNO Convention on the Right of the Child in 1992. The aim of this special law is to address offense of sexual exploitation of sexual and sexual abuse of children. The act defines the children who are below 18 years and the somebody who do sexual exploitation abuse with them, they are punished, and the punishment is for minimum 10 years and the death penalty is also in proclaimed on it. Some features of the POCSO Act was gender neutral nature. The act recognized that both girls and boys can be victim in sexual abuse and that such abuse is a crime regardless of the gender of the victim. Why we need to make the POSCO Act? Because before the 2012 there is no act for the boys because boys are also sexually exploited in many ways and some way forward to protect from this. The government should make proper training and make such a different court so that the victims should get justice frequently. Thank you.
POCSO Act was enacted in 2012 under the Ministry of Child and Women Empowerment. It was enacted under the ministry which deals with the sexual harassment with women's under the age of 18. It is the gender neutral law in which both men and women are committed under this offense. However, there are some loopholes included in this act, such as even minor teenager even touch the women's, and some family members did not report to the police stations regarding these issues, and somehow women's under the women's those who are harassed under this case did not get justice under limited time period. So Indian government had recently passed the protection of
Child Sexual Harassment Act. Thank you. POXO Act, which aims to protect the children from all types of sexual abuse like sexual harassment, pornography, and penetrative and non-penetrative assaults. The Parliament of India passed this act on November 12, 2012, and this act comes under the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Under POXO Act, children refers to individuals below 18 years of age. It is the gender neutral law, which means both boys and girls can be the victims and both male and female can be punished for committing an offense under POXO Act. Any person can report an offense under the POXO Act. An offense can be reported after it occurred or even before it occurred, if there are any chances that such crime may occur. Even the child can directly report the offense himself. It is a mandatory to report such crimes. If a person fails to do so, they can be imprisoned for up to 6 months in jail or they have to pay a fine. Protecting the child's privacy is also an important factor. Without accurate information, no one should make any reports or comments on any child, as this may lead to lowering the child's reputation. Violation of this can lead to imprisonment for 6 to 1 year and in jail, they have to pay the fine. Any person who gives false information or makes false complaint regarding an offense can lead to imprisonment for 6 months, or they have to pay the fine. If the false complaint or information is provided by the child cannot get punished under the law. There are also some loopholes in POXO Act. It is easy to frame a person for an offense they might not have committed. Even a gesture, touch, or pat on any part of the body is considered as a sexual assault, due to which sometimes the unintentional touch might be considered as an assault. A minor assaulting or raping another minor is not given any sort of punishment, due to which the victim never gets the justice they deserve. Some families misuses the system to enforce their morals on their children, due to which consensual sex is shown as rape. Sometimes the family members of the victim don't want to report the case because of the fear of court appearance, reaction of the public, or if accused is a part of the family. Sometimes high class or upper class society people, they get easily bailed out by doing such crimes due to the power of money. My final statement is that in India, India has one of the largest population of children in the world, and protecting them and creating awareness about such acts is our responsibility. We as a part of society take a huge role in modeling a child's thinking, because both criminals and victims are created by the society. Thank you.
यौन शोषण संबंधी जो बाल संरक्षण अधिनियम 2012 भारत में लागू किया गया था, जिसके तहत जो 18 साल से कम वर्ष के बच्चे थे, जिसमें लड़के और लड़कियां दोनों, उनके साथ अश्लील हरकतें करना, जहां उनसे संबंधित जो पोर्न वीडियो है उनको देखना दंडनीय अपराध था। इसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आगे इसमें थोड़ा अधिनियम में चेंजमेंट की है, जिसमें ये है कि जो इसकी सेक्शन 15 है उसको 3 भागों में बांटा है। जैसे कि 15A में ये है कि जो भी पोर्न संबंधी जो वीडियो देखता है उसको अपने सेव करके और उसको कानूनी शिकायत नहीं करता पुलिस वालों के पास जाकर, जहाँ फिर उसको अपने फोन में भंडारण के तौर पर रखता है, तो उसके तहत उसको दंडनीय अपराध है। और सेक्शन जो 15B है उसके अनुसार जो भी इसको आगे शेयर करेगा उसके अनुसार इसका दंडनीय अपराध इसमें चेंजमेंट की गई है। और 15C में जो भी इसका वितरित भंडारण के रूप में अपने पास से सेव करता है, तो इसके तहत इसको भी सजा दी जाए।